Hello everyone, welcome back to Vast Era. It's been quite a while. It has been updating. It's back on like a somewhat every few weeks, but I've been waiting for like a few updates to pass before I start reading it again. Otherwise the videos will be very short. I don't know if the music's loud for you, because it's pretty loud for me, even when it's turned down. Anyway. It's been a while. Almost the end of Snowbound Blood now. Vestera is in the midst of Act 3, Act 1. Oh, also... Anyway. Shall we continue? So yeah, we're back with serpaz now. The two of you lock eyes, an invisible wall between you. Whoever cares not for the frivolities that have taken hold within Sororish's latest parade of miseries will play no part in aiding you. He is filled with contempt, for nothing is more irksome than one who denies their circumstance. No amount of transformative actualization can save those who do not wish to help themselves. Serpaz, this stupid thing isn't being friendly. Get his attention.
Hey, Mr. Murdery Bird is a beast! Hey, hey, hey! Oh, why is it knowing everything? See this? This is what you look like. Come on, you can do better.
Space, third time's the charm? Oh my god, that looked kind of freaky in that style.
Were you waiting on me for too long? So many kisses. Smooches.
Serpaz, no dice. Hollow Herb's not giving you anything to work with. Oh, that's my profile pic on Twitter, and Discord, and Insta, and Letterboxd. This image just sums me up perfectly, because that's how I feel so much. Oh my.
I've heard of tough crowds before, but this countless cult is on a whole other level.
Serpaz, that's it. We have to deploy drastic measures.
Good for nothing, Razzin.
Oh god. Sorry, Murid's theme just puts me off every time.
Is this what you wanted, huh? I need to stop looking at you like the absolute freak of fictional nature that you are. Oh, you got it. You're so disinterested in my impromptu material. Why don't you just find a way to... Move!
What have you done? Herbert Buddha's winning. Oh god.
Struck that.
Dreadful wail echoes to the planet's seemingly endless chasms. Had they been less stable structures, the piercing call could have easily torn the whole place asunder. Space, stay the horror, still the fiend. There is no alternative. Hang on to a jostling Mustang for dear life and have a... Oh hey, is that the original Flavor Blue guy? Serpaz, answer Laven. We haven't seen Laven in a while, have we? Oh wow. Nice helmet.
I'm doing a mates for check-in. And he's spoken hot to what's called Serpaz in the area. So you should respond ASAP. Especially ones that giggle snort and have an extra long, poofy, buff-ball hair. So kind of my soul resonates with the most. Sweet thought, but impeccably cruddy timing. I'm being tried northbound on a mute steed whose temper has gone distinctly south. Yikes. You tried hopping off and then getting back on again. There's a word for everything, Laven. So you saying you didn't try it? No! Laven, I'm going too fast!
Land of Spiral and Fracture. Ooh!
How are you typing then? And emoticoning? You should probably use that grip strength to hold on to your spiteful steed. I'm using speech to text. The communicator doohickeys has a helmet mode. So I've got helmets on helmet-shaped hair. You should know I have the utmost respect for work safety. But there's no mandatory osmosis material. When saving of bucking bronchacos. We could have been like the art ranchers from those fables. It might have been useful. It's one incredibly specific instance. It's hard enough trying to wrestle up our clique for anything important. If they ever had to to handle a great cattle drive? Be it from the backs of several wicked portents or otherwise, we'll just say we'd have a very cheeseless spring on our hands. That's why Rediversary got sidelined so hard. Tell me about it. Man, yesterday was always bound to go some time away. But just hearing about the shit you went through was ridiculous. Where's goddamn Al, huh? Leaving my sweet, similarly sized man. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so! We found out. I already knew. I thought you found out. I found out that I knew. But all the seriousness I can muster, to beat yourself up about it, because I'm certainly not going to. I knew we could have done something about those clowns, even if we wanted to. No, I wasn't going to do all that. Starting after recounting was, actually, all there was to it. Huh? I didn't even put information out of their strategic group meeting. No, are you doing okay? I'm just fine. That's what I said in the memo, and guess what? I'm sticking to it. Ah, but you see, if I know you're full of it. Nobody says I'm fine when they mean it. Suspicious of you. I'll have you know that all the stuff that just happened to me last night, things happening this night of the sweep was just that. Things happening. Luckily this night is a new night for fresh progress to be made. Objectively though, my time was the opposite of opposite of good. Bad, even. Okay, if you just want to be generous Jerry about it, perhaps Jerry, FYI, I'm sure you can just have your objective correctness. But the biggest part of knowing is also knowing that there's an end in sight. What if perhaps there's not a well-manicured laundering make? Pretty sure that's not a real saying. Don't need a source. Source? May wobbly meddling case foot shoved deep inside the primal real estate that is your bung holster. I'm just saying. I'd make my life a lot harder if I spent tons of effort caring about something that's already happened. Look, had any control over the miscellaneous nonsense events that went wrong yesterday. None of us did. What's the point of being sad about something that it's not your fault? You're just feeling bad for the sake of feeling bad. Nobody needs that. I think we wouldn't have wanted that for me. Shucks, I don't want it for me either. Before I respond to you, passion's rant about emotionally imposing. Why does it effect on yourself? That's why I ask. How can you think this much? On Omen Beast stack. The only thing I cannot control is the Omen Beast. Begrudgingly.
For the door, man.
Okay, then allow me to retort. Wait!
Oh. Fuck.
First, you're tearing me a new one. I just thought of the perfect analogy to tie all my thoughts up into a presentable gift wrap bundle for you to unravel. Alright, shoot. It's like the very beast that I'm writing, you see. Huh? How is that? Glad you asked, my dearest boy. Let's assume for a moment that I am just as good as those legendary arch-ranchers. I am in possession of a disparaged steed which I am mounted on, who is also, for the sake of argument, representative of a whole lot of badness. This creature may or may not be named Herbert, is exclusively dining on negativity for Waithers or something. Why Herbert? It's a terrible name, and he's the most terrible of all stallions. You pick your name yourself? Yes! And why'd you choose? What presumption willingly? Jeez Louise, are you just gonna nitpick every pick in the bunch, or are you gonna let me finish my incredible lesson? Both. Grrr. Yeah? Gonna growl at me? What's next? You gonna woof? Bark? A woo and yet perhaps? Nay! Terrible. Yeah. Anywho, I was puzzling. Horrendous Hoofbeast is full of woes and anger, but I have this spectacularly colorful card full of positive experiences, the bagful that I am dragging around. Inside those bags, you can see me boogieing around all the things I adore dearly. So I can get Herbert to push those positive experiences forward, then that means I won't have to worry about anything else. I mean, bad take the good wherever it needs to go. Question. Why would you be pushing the cart? Wouldn't that just have him stop and start over and over again? No? Because he has a thick skull and a long snout to keep it balanced, or shunt it if necessary. That's the best part of this enforced masochism. It would be way more practical if you just pulled it. It kind of sounds like an easy job being made harder, for no reason. On the less literal end, like you just having a bunch of nice stuff, it's being shoved around by a big problem. You can maybe lead an beast or a cart. But you can't make it suffer for your amusement. The only thing that can make a horse is resentful. Anyone can make a horse. Which was doing that either way. Well, excuse me for not being familiar with the fancy logistics of how fake real creatures could possibly work. I didn't have all the extra prep time to learn about these intricacies on a fancy potassium moon pastiche, like some people. Whatever got you so boned up on these wretched things? Actually, totally new but related topic. I was wondering, when do you think I'll get my dream gal to wake up over there? Now we're in the game, I kind of assumed it would just sort of happen automatically, but there's been nothing so far. That's a complicated question, with a complicated answer. No real one-size-fits-all solution. Well, it's a special case, because I woke up earlier than I was supposed to. One thing I can say for sure, though, so you're not on Prospect, you're on Durs. Which means? It's a different moon. What's different about it? It's more of a big city vibe. Well, Prospect is more like a kingdom, which is funny considering the real color scheme they have over there. It's Stronghold but worse, versus Renaissance but better. Well, did you seem pleased as punch about starting up a bit of Durs slander?
Much like Laven, I'm losing my breath already.
None of those chumps like me anyways. Is this more Shitty's place? She's more... Is even my cool dreaming self asleep and away from our sweet pajama party? Pajama party?
Yeah. Come from Durs sites. Can't stand the thought of you leaving their fancy violet soil.
Seriously join up and frolic about with the local paper boy. I went too far off, honestly. Some of the moon that's full of haters is what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, kind of. I won't go too deep into it, but basically, humans have opposing ideologies. Often kisses the ground we walk on, and wants us to succeed. They're just interested in their own self-preservation, wants us out of their way. In fact, they do everything they can to keep the dream cells under their care from waking up.
I thought we did something we'd have total control of. There are damn hopes and dreams. How could I even do something like that?
To be fair, peace alone gives you plenty of reasons to stay away. Had some first-hand accounts of being responsible for a few dank nightmares. Because of the celestial placement or something.
Why do these guys help out at all?
We fear higher power. Just follow orders when necessary. It's a subterfuge behind the scenes. They've got people for that. Usually the leading cause of moon wars.
The higher power does diddly squat to stop any of that?
My guess is that past a certain point, it doesn't like to interfere. Just watch.
Whoa!
What? Oh god.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Oh.
Sorry, I missed your chance to speak Bart Beast with me earlier. I was guessing you must be incapacitated. Let's put a pin in this for now. I'm sure we'll soon meet up there at a great big PJ gig in the sky at some point. Probably. You said it. Oh god. I'm not gonna lie, at first saw this I thought Calder was here. But we just made a mess of the playing field. Not an unexpected outcome as they all want to do such things. What a raving nuisance. No matter. The High Courses shall decide the fate of a croquet and tarts. I was early on a moon that basks in the All-Mother's light. Judge, jury, and executioner gather with criminal in tow. Oh hey, that's the last character on the poster we haven't seen yet. Very interesting. Finally, we see Jack. The rules of the two realms set in a stalemate, ready to address the current circumstances of a shaky truce. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, I had to send some memes. Anyway. George, put court in session. The capital magistrate reluctantly welcomes what remains of her tardy counsel, none too thrilled to play mediator in front of the ill-famed, even if it is her job to do so. She instructs the Dark Kingdom's entourage to promptly find their seats and asks her bailiff to join her at the front. I'm not like first list, I thought it was Peregrine Mendicant. Sadly, tis not. CM, call to order. Opening statements may now begin. As per the agreement of holding audience away from home soil, Durs takes the floor first. The woman. Their assertion is a simple one. Find the current arrangement's strength has become dead weight. Should I read it in her voice? I don't know. This seed of unity was only cultivated in order to find what fruit may grow among its branches. And what's come of it has not been to their liking. I don't know if I can do that, because sometimes it's not them speaking. Taking part in the scribe's machinations has only led to their forsaking, their people judged. Nothing that Skya could offer behind his barrier will change this. I think the White Queen and the Black Queen should kiss, but that's just me. The White King's outbursts interrupt the opposing royalty before they can continue their statement. This is the only opportunity to earn back the favour of the scribe and his crucible. To repent, finally aiding the aspect holders and proving their worth. Dismissive, the Black Queen is calculated in discarding Prosperian truisms. The shield will rupture either way, she says. Appeasement may still be their foremost prerogative, but don't try to lump her Dersites in with this unwarranted bootlicking impulse. Immediately, the whole court falls into disarray. Vain attempts to sway are fired across the room, accompanied by vitriolic assertions of intentions and reason. Oh. Words that betray them far quicker than they ever could one another. Oh, is my laptop about to die? Let me quickly pause it just in case. Okay, it shut off, but I'm back. You don't know that, because I'm not live. Okay, words that betray them far quicker than they ever could one another. I don't know if I read that line or not. VP, remember. Your prior anxieties give way to deep-seated annoyance, as status quo yet again emerges the reigning champion of this debate. Long have you resigned yourself to dealing with this tension, or if it cannot be resolved through platitudes or perseverance. This truce could only have come with a temporary clause. The kingdom's resolutions remain solely bound to destruction, often mutually assured. We've witnessed it countless times, all you have, but this wasn't always the case. Start of all things, there was harmony. All carapations were born of the scribe's will, brought into a world of his design that evokes the dreams of others and others. The centre of Skya, bathed in ephemeral radiance of its limitless potential, each viewed your gift somewhat differently. Still, you're all sure that this was home, safe haven for the medium's children. Oh, come on. Oh, very. Listen, I'm a big intermission and carapation fan, so I'm digging this. I'm eating this stuff up. You were given purpose, not only in each other, but also for those special souls gifted with the potential for greatness. Here, you would offer them refuge, teach them of their surroundings, and how to best make use of them. You're all guides, and those brought within the Insipisphere were your students in their quest to become one with their aspect and purify. Your planet was a land of her beauty made manifest. It was, too, a place for a virtuous piscator to hang his hat and give back to his community. For a select few sessions, this was all life needed to be. Such ideal was short-lived. Women. Structure was brought into play, and with it the adoption of royalty. Kings and queens rose to delegate and speak for their people, the mysteries of the scribe, who once imparted his words to those who required it most. His messages, slowly unravelling the more they were said, began to bear a growing bias from the subtle influence of two essences, something which he could not quell even if he tried. Ideas never became common conception. Tales turned into agendas, and once shared grounds were claimed in the name of a splintering kingdom's opposing beliefs. The same grounds where sparks conflict would alight. Things were a roaring inferno, bigger than you could have ever possibly imagined. I had a word in there. Soon enough you were gridlocked into a war of ideals, conviction, and truth weighted in blood. One by one your fellows were conscripted into playing a role for their given side. More pawns to use as soldiers. More rooks to cover the backline, more bishops to speak their chosen gospel. I'm loving the art in this part. More knights to defend the honour of their dominion. Didn't matter how many times you or anyone else fell off the board. You were all followers, not leaders. Your fate was out of your hands. That made everything easier. No need to regard your life. No need to ponder if deferring was your best option. You were told it was so, and that was all you needed. And always, you would eventually find yourself right back to where you started. Memories intact, the fire of loyalty and revenge searing through your chest plate, commandeering your mind. Oh, again, Murray just doesn't want to stay away, do they? Living and dying for your homeland, for your people, with no consequence beyond a temporary demise. The idea of victory propelling you forward. A losing battle, but for the winning side. Oh boy. Territories will be marked in the colour of the ones controlling them, every inch of the planet coated in black and white. A makeshift patchwork of claims made by both sides, enough times over that an original ruler could no longer be discerned. In the end, if you could remember your planet's true name, you only recognised it as the battlefield. Oh god. Homestuck, Homestuck, Homestuck. And you fought until there was nothing left to fight for other than a stubborn pride. Defiance that never dies, just like the rest of you. It took far too long to realise that the planet couldn't come back like you could. After eons of baseless slaughter, all you had to show for it was the destruction of what you had intended to save. Come on. Come on, what's it doing? Nothing there except what you cultivated with those around you. A lesson learned only by the few left in harm's way. One that came and went. Of course. Too little. Too late. Jesus Christ, they just straight up blew up the fucking planet. Oh, hello. Is that friggin' Metatron's true form? Because it looks a lot like Mimesis. If I do say so myself. When the next session arrived, no longer were you facing the shattered remains of your hallowed terrene. You were facing the disappointed gaze of the scribe. All of you pleaded over your misfortune, but he did not allow it to go far. Your world was a gift and it was squandered. There was no replacement to be had. He refused to intervene on your assumption that eventually a ceasefire would be reached. Clearly he had been mistaken. Dread hanged over your heads, heavy and gut-churning. United in your fear, you wondered if you had, at last, made your final mistake. He could not bring himself to be rid of you. Pardon me. Even if it was in his best interest to do so, the thought only seemed to bring him heartache. Oh, just like a creator giving up their OCs. I know that feel, Metatron. I know it all too well. Instead, he separated both sides and confined them to distant areas of his medium, in what you could only assume was the hope that enough space and time would naturally dissolve the issue. What followed was resentment and fervent appeal in equal measure. Neither Durst nor Prospect would understand the meaning behind the scribe's last wisdom, warping it into new justifications to use old tactics for many more sessions to come. Sky recognises this. That's why it won't let any of you interfere this time, with its new design. How in the hell did none of them see that? You're all complete and utter stupid idiot morons! Okay, it's time. It is time to open the tome of forbidden genther lore. Yeah, this next update will happen today, actually. I was planning to record after the third update. Genther, be your great planet for complete and utter stupid idiot morons. Land of tall grass and sunflowers, or lot gas. 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 Sorry. So many sunflowers. So much tall grass. Cecily, can you escape the gas? Can you handle the smelly smells? It smells silly. Who thought this would be a winning combination? I actually watched the German Dollhouse very recently, and I'm sad Hello? Look at that fucking animation! Holy shit! Whoa! Oh my god! Oh, it's Af.
How's the search coming along, Any luck finding your way through?
Step off already! You're a lame secondary tutorial to use yourself. I don't need an affable guide riding my ass.
It's just Aff, actually. But if you insist, bye-bye.
Oh, I'm giving him my so voice. Oh my god, what? Oh my god, the animation! Why is it so good? Gentha already transcending the other characters. Instead of like still frames moving, she's just animated. You've got to be kidding me! Can't believe I'm about to do this. Alright, I yield! Come on, I know you're watching! I can't shout because I have a housemate upstairs now. Moved in after all of this.
You rang?
Begrudgingly.
That's better than nothing. You were so awestruck at my presence back when I bailed you out of a dire predicament. Remember that, Gentha? Remember the good times we had? I can hardly stand to look at me in my mother's eyes.
No, I just didn't want to put you off. Because looking into my eyes would show you something horrible. Want to know what it is?
Do tell.
A reflection of a smug sniffer and their sparkleless ensemble of floating orbs.
Oh, Gentha. Gentha. What you just a grab bag of mixed signals. Too afraid to be with others and too stubborn to die alone. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with you, Jitterbug?
How about leading me through the shitty seed-filled spice garden you conjured up?
It's not my spice garden, it's yours. Look, actually, it's ours if you want to be pedantic.
If it makes you do it, I'll be whatever. It'll be whatever you want.
No, that's the opposite of what I'm looking for. This citizen is in the market for something like...
Oh god.
This!
Ew, put that thing away.
I'm actually not putting your strange corporeal form away or anywhere else. That's what you're not getting. So listen up. This place, complete and utter dead end. There's nothing here but you, me, and the flowers. No consoles, no enemies, no checkpoints, no portals, no Metatron. Go directly to Nowheresville, do not pass planet, do not collect 200 high-grade crafting materials.
Pardon me. Is that you, Spampton? Is that you? Why am I getting Spampton vibes from you? Okay. Can I find a Gentha song? Just this once. Give me... Come the fuck on. Is there a Gentha song in this album? I'm not sure if there is. No, I don't think there is. Okay, we'll just have Todd Howard instead. Why would you do that? You're just steering yourself from whatever you need me to do.
I really predicted that you would get fed up with running in circles. Unlike the rest of my family, I don't do the whole prose and riddles thing.
Right, you've got a bit more respect for my intelligence than that. I got hiccups. I just threw up a little. Oh no, my lasagna. You should show me that you have terrible ideas instead of telling me about it. Don't count out prose just yet. You'd make a great writer.
You're a riot. Anyway, I hate navel gazing. Self-discovery isn't my area of interest. Self-actualization, on the other hand, very much is. That's why I figured, why not bypass our initial conversation on...
I just choked on a bit of onion.
Why bypass our initial conversation and just throw us right into a very boring fray? I think the message is pretty clear. This place is the way it is. Because you and I both know that your isolationist mindset is holding you back.
Oh wow, did you figure that out all by yourself? And?
It's in our best interest that you break some bad habits real quick. Look you, I'm willing to personally aid you in leading that charge.
What do I get out of it?
A real challenge. Plus, insider info. You're really going to be the first one to know what's really happening around here. Feel free to tell your friends. These planets aren't just what you see on the surface, you know. They're supposed to change you. Over the course of a typical session, the other players will hop over to your land at one point or another. Performing certain tasks with them will knock deep sections of your planet and transform it. When that's done, your final quest really begins. In the core of the planet, our aspect's essence will materialize, and I will judge your worth to carry our power. If you couldn't tell, we have our eyes on you everywhere you go. Creeps! Sometimes we use that knowledge to help. Sometimes we use it to up the ante, and sometimes we use it against you. In this case, however, you have to face yourself. Making it all the way to me is only half the battle. If you were judged unworthy, I would have given you a great task of repentance. Now, doesn't that sound like a whole lot of pomp for no good reason? So what? Is your last Bobby idea to give me that big chore right out of the gate? Yep, trial by fire. I don't know, this isn't that adding up for me. So I think you learn after having to deal with scalpers and critics your whole life. And that's skepticism. I don't trust you. And you didn't give me a reason to do it, other than convenience. That's what's in it for me. Except for you, Sparkle Newt. Simple accomplishment. Pride and proof that my methods work, with you as my shining example. Also a mere vanity project. Got it. My big brother, preemptively bless his soul, is such a stickler for the rules. His concepts are flawed and drawn out because he likes following predictable patterns, the so-called feasible results. Creatures of habit like us don't learn that way. We learn by setting examples, or getting our teeth kicked in. Teeth that don't grow back. Not really selling this here. This is my last chance to prove that I can do this, Gentha. If this game doesn't work out, that's it, for all of us. Okay, I'll just come out and say it. I want your help. I'm groveling on my fake phalanges and even faker knees. By definition, you are a necessary player on the field. One of the most valuable by far. If you stick with me, we could be strong. We could be amazing. Strong? How? Let's put it this way. When you ace that big test and see yourself for who you really are, you're going to insta-climb all the way up the level ladder. Our souls will merge, and together, these two halves will purify each other. Action and reaction, cause and effect. The archetype you embody, the power you wield. You will reach your pure self. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay? If I say yes, will you stop touching me? Oh my god. And that's like the gayest pose from F so far. Oh man, this is gonna be a blast. Me and you together like two ends of a filament. Can't wait. You get a whole shot at being bitter, but I know you actually can't. And it feels bad that you don't recognize how much you want it. And you went through back in that dump must have really got to you, huh? You want to run that by me again? Let's play coy. I know all about you, Jitterbug. I don't play coy ever. I said what the hell you're getting at. Does he not remember? It's easy to play pretend and try to forget. Watch you live over 100 lies, and I know weakness when I see it. But as Lightbound don't have weaknesses like the kind I sense in you. You're meant to be strong even without me. With your role as the heir, your sensibilities in relation to our aspect are supposed to be inherent. As easy as breathing and just as natural. Yet I see no air of light. I really believe that you've never had an experience like this before, where someone recognizes the greatness you've always had. At least, not for a long time. That's because this wasn't your choice, was it? They took something from you, didn't they? Oh, hello. I thought that was Sabine for a second from the fucking visor. Oh! Unless there's a funny horns. Oh, it's, How long have I been recording, actually? Just give it a minute, it's slow. Oh, well. Okay, so we're actually almost done. This is going to be the shortest episode yet. Okay, never mind, it's being really slow. Give it a second. Okay, there we go, we're back. Oh. Huh. Oh my god, look at the babbies. I'm pretty sure it's Laven, Albion, and Calder. How is Babby formed? Ah, I didn't think we were gonna see fucking Claret again.
Remarkable. Just like their predecessors. More than usual, at any rate. They were edited minimally. The Turkin descendant pupated without a hitch last cycle. Granted, he had more than enough available material to pull from his promiscuous ancestor, thanks to the Vanguard's preserved samples. I thought it'd be best to keep it simple for all their sakes. Let's risk that way. How has he been doing? Rambunctious for an honor student. There's done more time and attention for attempting to turn the class into his personal chuckle bunker than actually learning. He'll get a chance to meet these four before graduation. Staggering them out was the best call. Amelie, Colliant, Hililo, Faru, and Poem will be halfway through their osmosis process after this batch starts school. Sure, they're in the same age range. Vurat and Rains will come last. And they want to give Thasol and Zakura as much time to prepare as they can. Wonderful. Hello, Reagan. I mean, did someone hit the slay button? Ha! One of a rebel, a prophet, and a tyrant. I wonder what they will become. Wait, which one's the rebel? Is Tyrant's fucking Calder, isn't it? Oh, was the other one Taz? Was Deadlock the rebel? I don't know. I wonder what they will become. Who knows? Where's the other one? The Supernova's descendant. Moved to a dampener. Something's needed to be used in decagrades. Afraid it won't be enough. Take me to her. This way. The Supernova. Good to know we're just throwing out 8-letter titles now. Supernova. Oh. You're getting some in... Huh! This... Huh. Has the survival ability manifested? We couldn't suppress it during the reduplication process as requested, to render her genetics unusable. I see. Her nuclear energy is part of her cells, a naturally occurring biological process. It's not what we can do to contain it during infancy. It's volatile and stored when not in use. Her body can overload at times, resulting in some sort of seizure. We've had to sedate her to avoid injury before. That's remarkable. Our staff will beg to differ. She was room in 2 different osmosis pods. If the teachers fear she may lead the Skull Titans straight to us, being this far below ground level. Well, that's the least of what she's capable of. Tell me something. Hello? Do you fear being powerless in the face of something greater than you? I don't. It's because you live in a world built to quell outrage before it has a chance to spread. Before my time, in the far, far past, people bend their knees knowingly to those stronger than them. A simple equation that is survival of the fittest, really. Fear and determinism can be useful tools. That's why we evolved with powers that exploit such concepts. Monsieur Biarti used hers to turn that old world to smouldering ash. Name drop? From that, the world I was born into was created. Like something before her, she was outraged. Unlike them, she had power. In an instant, the Renaissance met its end, because she willed it so. She was one of the deciding factors, not someone spoken for. We should be grateful that there was bone and rubble left to process. Become comfortable with fear. Tell us when making necessary precautions. Never said I lacked fear, sir, so we don't fear what she will be. I fear what she's already capable of. Oh? Murray, fuck off. That's the 3rd time. Anyway. That's it. Oh, boy. Is that a mignon? It is a mignon. Anyway, that'll do it. That'll do. Shortest video so far, maybe for the best, but once again we're caught up with Vastera, and we will be doing that for the remainder of my uploads. I don't know if I'll be uploading as often. To be honest, I'm kind of on a burnout, both from this uni and some other stuff. which I don't really need to get into, but my passion for Vastera will never die. So don't expect me to stop reading this. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching, reading, listening, whatever. ETC. Subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, I guess. I don't really get many comments. Also follow me on Twitter, where I don't say much. Yeah. Thanks for being here, and I will see you later.